According to KTV.com, Pamela Johnson was accused of shaking her 3-month-old baby. According to her, she pleads not guilty. She didn't do it. Now that's a sad story. I work for Campfire USA. It's an after-school program. I work with kindergarten through 4th grade, but mostly I work with 2nd graders. In that time frame, I've come across 2 to 3 incidents of child abuse. So I'm going to inform you what is child abuse, who is affected by it, the different types of child abuse, and some statistics. What is abuse? According to WebMD.com, abuse is any harm to the child. Girls are more targeted with sexual abuse. It's not unheard of that boys can suffer from sexual abuse, but girls are the ones. All races can be affected. It's not just one race that's targeted. All races can deal with abuse. The saddest part is 32% of children are under the age of 4. The different types of abuse: emotional, physical, sexual, and neglect. Emotional abuse is anything like belittling the child, telling them that they're worthless, name-calling, anything to that effect. Unfortunately, I have come across some emotional abuse at Campfire USA. One of my kids came up to me and told me that their guardian was calling them names because they weren't vacuuming fast enough. I talked to my boss. I filled out an incident report. We are required by law to fill out incident reports. They go in the system for 5 years. And I confronted the guardian, and of course they denied it. But I still filled out the report, and I see this child every day, and he's fine, and he would tell me if something was going on. Physical abuse. Physical abuse is probably the easiest to notice. I mean, usually it's broken bones, bruises, internal injuries, and this can happen by hitting, slapping, kicking the child. Unfortunately, in my career, I have come across that at Campfire USA. I'm not going to name names, but one of my kids came up to me and told me she pulled up her shirt and she had this huge welt on her arm. And I asked her, wow, what happened there? And she told me, my dad did this because I wasn't listening to him. And I go, with what? Because that's a big mark. And he goes, with his hand. And so again, I filled out an incident report, and I talked to my boss, and I confronted the parent. And this time I told the parent if there was anything else, we would contact CPS. But it's been 1.5 years now, and that child is doing just fine. I haven't heard anything, physical going on at his house, and he would tell me. She would tell me. Sexual abuse. According to help.org, sexual abuse is a hidden abuse because nobody really wants to talk about it. They feel the shame and guilt. And usually the sad thing is it's a family member or a close friend that usually partakes in this. Thank God I have not dealt with any sexual abuse in my career, thank God, and I'm so glad I don't have to. Neglect. According to WebMD.com, neglect is basically not supplying the child with the basic needs that they need. Food, water, clothing. One of my kids, I noticed one day, wasn't bathing, and I just thought, hey, maybe he just doesn't want to bathe. And, his hair was messed up, and, well, I dug a little deeper, and it turned out that his family was having some financial problems, and they were their water had been shut off and their electricity. Campfire USA, being the organization that we are, we care for our kids. We paid their electricity bill and their water bill, and they've been fine so far. So, some statistics that I wanted to let you guys know about it. I found that 84% of prison inmates were abused as a child. That just breaks my heart. I also found that 1 in 58 children in 2006 were abused, whether it be the physical, emotional, sexual, or neglect. So I let you know about what abuse is, who is affected by abuse, the different types of abuse, and some statistics. All I ask is, if you are a person in this child's life and you see it going on, that you stop it. You could save their lives.